The New Delhi railway station, a symbol of connectivity and bustling life, became the site of a horrific tragedy on the night of February 15, 2025. At approximately 9 p.m., a massive stampede erupted on foot over Bridge Number 3, plunging the station into chaos and despair. The incident claimed the lives of 18 people, leaving behind a trail of grief and unanswered questions. Eyewitness accounts painted a grim picture of the events, describing a scene of utter pandemonium as panicked commuters struggled to escape the crush of the crowd. The station, usually abuzz with the arrival and departure of trains, fell silent as the gravity of the situation became apparent. Emergency services were immediately contacted and rescue efforts began in earnest. However, the damage was done, and the nation mourned the loss of innocent lives. The tragedy sent shockwaves throughout the country, prompting calls for a thorough investigation into the cause of the stampede and the implementation of measures to prevent such incidents from occurring in the future. The New Delhi railway station stampede serves as a stark reminder of the importance of crowd management and safety protocols at public places. The incident highlighted the need for better infrastructure, clear signage, and effective communication systems to handle large crowds, especially during peak hours and special events. The tragedy also brought to the forefront the responsibility of authorities to ensure the safety and well-being of citizens within their jurisdiction. In the wake of the heart-wrenching New Delhi railway station stampede, the post-mortem reports have emerged as crucial pieces of the puzzle, shedding light on the tragic fate that befell the victims. The reports, compiled meticulously by medical examiners, reveal a chilling narrative of the forces that led to the loss of innocent lives. Traumatic asphyxia, a condition arising from severe compression of the chest and abdomen, emerged as the leading cause of death, claiming the lives of 15 victims. This finding underscores the sheer force and unrelenting pressure exerted by the surging crowd, leaving the victims with no room to breathe. The reports further disclose that 2 individuals succumbed to hemorrhagic shock, a life-threatening condition caused by the loss of a significant amount of blood. In these cases, the blunt force impact to the chest had inflicted severe injuries to the right lung and heart, leading to rapid blood loss and ultimately death. Adding to the grim inventory of tragedies, one victim suffered a fatal blow to the head and chest, resulting in cerebral injury and lung damage. The impact proved too severe for the body to withstand, leading to a devastating loss of life. The post-mortem reports, while providing crucial insights into the cause of death, also serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of such tragedies. The post-mortem reports provided a chilling account of the nature of the injuries sustained by the victims. The findings indicated that all injuries were ante-mortem, meaning they were inflicted before death, and fresh, suggesting they occurred during the stampede. The reports consistently highlighted blunt force impact as the primary mechanism of injury, a grim testament to the crushing force of the crowd. This pointed to a chaotic scene where individuals were trapped, pressed against each other, and subjected to relentless pressure from all sides. The reports detailed a range of injuries, each more harrowing than the last. Victims bore the marks of the tragedy on their bodies, with evidence of blunt force trauma visible externally and internally. The reports served as a grim reminder of the brutal reality of the stampede, where individuals were left with no escape from the crushing force of the crowd. The ante-mortem nature of the injuries further solidified the understanding that these individuals experienced the full horror of the event, their bodies bearing witness to the chaos and despair that unfolded on that fateful night. In the aftermath of the devastating stampede at the New Delhi railway station, the Ministry of Railways wasted no time in taking decisive action to investigate the incident thoroughly. A high-level probe committee, comprising 2 esteemed members known for their expertise and experience, was promptly constituted. This committee, entrusted with the grave responsibility of uncovering the truth behind the tragedy, was tasked with delving into every aspect of the incident, leaving no stone unturned. The committee's mandate was clear: to determine the sequence of events that led to the stampede, identify any lapses in safety protocols or infrastructure, and recommend concrete measures to prevent such tragedies from recurring. The Ministry of Railways, recognizing the urgency and sensitivity of the situation, granted the committee full authority to access all relevant documents, interview witnesses, and consult with experts in their quest for answers. The formation of the probe committee signaled the ministry's unwavering commitment to transparency and accountability. It demonstrated their determination to get to the bottom of the incident and ensure that those responsible, if any, were held accountable for their actions. The committee's findings were eagerly awaited by the nation, as they held the promise of not just justice for the victims, but also crucial lessons for the future. Section 5 Medical Response, a race against time. As chaos and despair descended upon the New Delhi railway station in the wake of the horrific stampede, the medical response swung into action with remarkable speed and efficiency. A mass casualty alert, signaling the gravity of the situation, was issued at 10 p.m., mobilizing medical teams and resources across the city. Ambulances, their sirens wailing a mournful symphony, began arriving at the station from 10:15 p.m. onwards, their arrival marking the start of a desperate race against time. The injured, some conscious but dazed, others critically wounded, were carefully extricated from the crush of bodies and rushed to various hospitals across the city. Maulana Azad Medical College, a beacon of hope in times of medical emergencies, received the largest number of victims, with 10 individuals being transported to its bustling emergency ward. Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, another reputable medical institution in the city, prepared to receive 5 victims, its medical staff bracing themselves for a long and arduous night. Lady Hardinge Medical College, known for its expertise in trauma care, was also put on high alert, ready to receive 3 victims. The medical response, swift and coordinated, was a testament to the city's preparedness for such emergencies. In the face of unimaginable loss and grief, the government stepped forward to offer solace and support to the families of the victims of the New Delhi railway station stampede. Recognizing the profound impact of the tragedy on the lives of those left behind, the government announced an ex gratia payment of 10 lakh rupees to the next of kin of each deceased individual. This financial assistance, though a small gesture in the face of such immense loss, was intended to provide immediate relief and help the families cope with the unexpected financial burden that often accompanies such tragedies. The disbursement of the ex gratia payment was carried out with utmost sensitivity and compassion. Recognizing the emotional vulnerability of the families, the government ensured that the payment was made in cash bundles of 100 and 500 rupee notes, allowing for immediate access to funds without any bureaucratic hurdles. Furthermore, to ensure the safety and security of the grieving families, security personnel were deployed at the hospitals to accompany them during the process of claiming the bodies and receiving the ex gratia payment. As the investigation into the New Delhi railway station stampede progressed, a clearer picture of the events leading up to the tragedy began to emerge. At the heart of the chaos lay a series of conflicting announcements regarding the departure platform of the Kumbh special train, a critical factor that contributed to the deadly surge of commuters. Initial announcements had designated Platform 12 as the departure point for the train, prompting a large number of passengers to gather there in anticipation of their journey. However, in a fateful turn of events, a subsequent announcement revised the departure platform to Platform 16, creating confusion and prompting a sudden shift in the movement of the crowd. This last-minute change, combined with the already crowded conditions on the foot-over bridge, proved disastrous. The narrow passageways, designed to handle regular commuter traffic, were ill-equipped to accommodate such a sudden and massive surge in footfall. As passengers, misinformed and anxious to board their train, rushed towards Platform 16, the flow of people on the bridge became increasingly congested. The tragic stampede at the New Delhi railway station serves as a stark reminder of the paramount importance of clear, accurate, and timely communication, especially in crowded public spaces where even minor misunderstandings can have catastrophic consequences. The chaos that unfolded on that fateful night was exacerbated by a series of conflicting announcements regarding the train departure platform, highlighting the critical role that effective communication plays in ensuring public safety. In high-pressure environments like train stations, where passengers are often pressed for time and navigating large crowds, clear and consistent messaging is essential to prevent confusion and maintain order. When announcements contradict each other or are not disseminated effectively, it creates an environment ripe for panic and disorder, as was tragically witnessed in this incident. The incident underscores the need for robust communication protocols and systems that can relay accurate information to large numbers of people swiftly and efficiently. This includes investing in clear and audible public address systems, strategically placed digital displays, and multilingual announcements to cater to the diverse linguistic backgrounds of passengers. The New Delhi railway station stampede stands as a grim testament to the fragility of life and the devastating consequences that can arise from a confluence of unfortunate events. As we grapple with the aftermath of this tragedy, it is imperative that we move beyond mere shock and grief and engage in a moment of profound reflection. This incident compels us to confront uncomfortable truths about our own preparedness for such emergencies, and to acknowledge the systemic lapses that contributed to this avoidable loss of life. The investigation, while crucial for accountability, should not be viewed as the end goal, but rather as a starting point for a comprehensive overhaul of safety protocols and infrastructure at public places. We must move beyond the blame game and work collaboratively to implement lasting solutions that prioritize the safety and well-being of citizens. This tragedy should serve as a wake-up call, compelling us to invest in robust crowd management systems, clear signage, and effective communication protocols. Let us honor the memory of those we lost by